our streamlined world today, adventure takes wings. Planes shuffle across country at a blazing speed. Man has raced around the earth in less than 4 days. Planes roar at 400 miles an hour. Airships, streamlined trains and buses speed thousands to new frontiers. Yet well within the span of our memory, the streamliner of its day, the American Stagecoach, crossed the uncharted rugged West, bringing new people to a new country. What fascinating stories there were in the life of the Stagecoach, and in the lives of its courageous passengers who found romance in danger and understanding in strange companionships. From the adventures of these American frontier characters, John Ford has created a truly great motion picture, Stagecoach, a drama as forceful and as true as The Informer, and as gripping as The Hurricane. Did you all hear what the lieutenant said?
What are you trying to do, scare somebody?
If you'll take my advice, ma'am, you won't take this trip.
My husband is with his troops in Dry Fork. If he's in danger, I want to be with him.
All right, folks.
Hey, Curly, why don't you take the cuffs off the kid? He's mighty handy with a gun.
You drive them horses. I'll take care of the kid.
A man works all his life to get a hold of some money so that he can enjoy life, and has to run into a trap like this.
Trap, brother? You mean the Apaches? There's been no sign of them.
You don't see any signs of them. They strike like rattlesnakes.
You talk too much, Gatewood.
Don't threats, don't please.
Take it easy, Gatewood. We may need that fighting before we get to the ferry.
You wouldn't be much good in a fight, you jailbird.
Oh, leave the kid alone. He's handcuffed.
Ringo asked me to marry him. Is that wrong for a girl like me? If a man and woman love each other, it's all right, ain't it, Doc?
Don't you know that boy's headed back for prison? Besides, if you two go into Lordsburg together, he's got to know all about you.
You didn't answer what I asked you last night.
Look, kid, why don't you try to escape?
I gotta go to Lordsburg. Why don't you go to my ranch and wait for me?
Wait for a dead man. You're the one that found me.
Yes, ma'am.
Will you save my baby?
Yes, ma'am. I'll save him.
And I will help. Me too, ma'am.
I want you, all of you, to be my baby's godfathers.
And that is how three lawless men with a price on their heads
fell victim to destiny and became three Godfathers. Their story is a legend of the Southwest, filmed by John Ford, 5-time Academy Award winner. Their story becomes the most unusual Western ever made.
In my opinion, gents, taking a bath is the least of the troubles confronting little Robert.
Robert William Pedro.
Why didn't somebody stop me before I promised that woman? Well, I don't want to grow no long white beard in the Yuma Penitentiary.
May my beard grow clear till it gets down to my foot. May it get a nest of prison rats before I break my promise to a dying woman.
Who said I was
Why
breaking
don't you
my
kill
promise?
the little fellow
I didn't
now?
say I was
Sure, feed him to the
Why,
coyotes.
you chilly Devon horse thief?
Horse thief,
Yes, horse thief!
A lot of boys stick up stagecoaches and banks and one thing or another. But a man that'd dynamite a water hole in this kind of country is downright criminal.
You heard Mr. Latham when he said $100 dead or alive. I'll add $50 to it. I'd like 'em dead.
They Were Expendable is a powerful document of fact, more thrilling than any fiction, filmed with the cooperation of the United States Navy, the Army, and the Coast Guard.
From the thrilling pages of life rides a man you must fear and respect. A man whose unconquerable will and boundless determination carved a lusty, rough, and boisterous slice of history called the Searchers. It's John Wayne as Ethan Edwards, who had a rare kind of courage. The courage that simply keeps on and on, far beyond all reasonable endurance, never thinking of himself as martyred, never thinking of himself as brave.
So we'll find him in the end, I promise you. We'll find him.
Here is the story of a man, hard and relentless, tender and passionate, of people who dared to challenge a hostile land. Here is drama of great love and aching loneliness.
I found him. I found Lucy.
What you saw was a buck wearing Lucy's dress. I found Lucy back in the canyon.
What was she?
What do you want me to do? Draw you a picture? Spell it out? Don't ever ask me. Long as you live, don't ever ask me more.
And if you don't hear my first holler, you better read my mind, because I don't aim to raise no two hollers on any subject at hand.
Yes, sir.
Boy, watch that knife.
Go, Martin, please.
Stand aside, Martin.
No, you don't, Ethan. Ethan, no, you don't!
Stand aside. Looks like you got yourself surrounded.
Yeah, and I figure on getting myself unsurrounded. Let's go!
Fort Apache, last western outpost. Here live the long, lean cavalrymen who fear no living soul. Here, too, are their women, wives, mothers, sweethearts. Brought to the screen with dramatic intensity by director John Ford, Fort Apache stars John Wayne, Henry Fonda, Shirley Temple, Pedro Armendariz, with Ward Bond, George O'Brien, Victor McLaughlin, Anna Lee, Irene Rich, Dick Foran, Guy Kibbe, Grant Withers, John Agar.
Colonel, if you send out the regiment, Cochise will think I've tricked him.
Exactly. We have tricked him into returning to American soil, and I intend to see that he stays here.
Colonel, Thursday, I gave my word to Cochise. No man is going to make a liar out of me, sir.
Tell them I find them without honor.
El coronel lo encuentra sin honor.
Tell them they're not talking to me, but to the United States government.
No le está hablando a él, sino al gobierno americano.
Tell them if they have not started by dawn, we will attack.
Y le da de
Tell
paso
them that.
en alba, si no atacará. Never listen to anybody else. Just do exactly what you want to do all the time. All right, you want to fly that thing? Go ahead. Go ahead and kill yourself. You'll wind up busted and broke.
I can always join the Army.
Why don't you be quiet just once in a while? Mr. Weed wants to fly. Did you hear him? Get a line. Hurry up. Get him over. Hey, how much time have you had?
About 11 seconds. What? 11 seconds.
This was a man. An unpredictable man of action and uninhibited fun. And this is the girl who loved him, who took him as he was. She had to, for nothing could change him.
Do you know that you are in the arms of the newest lieutenant commander in the United States Navy?
Star-Spangled Spade.
And a squadron leader.
All I know is that I'm in the arms of a fella named Spig that I'm nuts about. Hey, how about getting back to your necking with a little more enthusiasm?
Right. Star-Spangled Spig, the Flying Fool. His record-smashing shenanigans won the cheers and devotion of every sailor airman. And a very personal token from his hotshot Army pal. Bigweed's story is that rare combination of hilarious fun and a touch of pathos. As original and as different as the man himself, whose crazy ideas became a master battle plan that made naval history. His adventurous, exciting life inspired this motion picture, brought to the screen by the men who knew him best, his friends. Director John Ford and the stars of The Wings of Eagles tell a story that is believable because it is real, that is unforgettable because no one who ever knew Spig Weed will ever forget it.